Before we begin our journey into the quiet hum of tomorrow, take a moment just to be here, right here, in the safety of your bed. Allow your eyes to close gently. There is no rush. There is nowhere else you need to be. Everything that happened today is now a distant memory, floating away like a leaf on a slow-moving river, drifting away, further and further away. Feel the weight of your body sinking down into the mattress. Let your shoulders drop, moving away from your ears. Let your jaw loosen. Let your hands rest open and soft. Feel the texture of the sheets beneath you. Perhaps they are cool against your skin. Perhaps they are warm and flannel soft. Whatever you feel, let it be a reminder that you are safe, you are held, you are supported. Take a deep, slow breath in, filling your lungs with fresh, calming air, and breathe out, releasing a long, slow sigh, releasing the tension, releasing the day. Imagine now that with every breath out, you are becoming heavier, sinking deeper into comfort. Your legs feel heavy, your arms feel heavy, your eyelids feel wonderfully, pleasantly heavy. In this space of quiet darkness, a soft light begins to form in your mind. You are standing on a wide, gentle platform, but this is not made of cold stone or hard concrete. It is covered in the thickest, softest moss you have ever seen, a carpet of deep, vibrant emerald green. It feels like walking on a cloud. Under your bare feet, the moss is springy and cool, soft, so very soft. The air here is different. It smells of fresh rain on warm stones. It smells of clean, sweet oxygen. It is the scent of a world that has learned to breathe again. You take a step on this soft moss, cushioned, protected. You are leaving the noise of the old world behind. Here, there is only stillness. Here, there is only peace. Stand here for a moment, feeling the softness beneath your feet, feeling the heaviness in your bones turning into relaxation. You have arrived at the edge of something beautiful. You have arrived at the edge of sleep. From this soft bed of moss, you slowly lift your gaze. Before you stretches a city unlike any you have known before. It is a place where the world has slowed down, a place where the busy noise has faded into a comfortable silence. There are no sharp edges here, no jagged corners. Everything is smooth, everything is curved and gentle. You see tall, quiet towers rising into the sky, but they look like they were grown, not built. They are made of smooth, pale glass that shimmers in the light, like polished sea glass washed up on a quiet shore, smooth to the touch, cool and calming. Wrapping around these gentle towers are vines of lush, deep ivy. Nature holds the buildings in a warm embrace. Leaves flutter softly against the glass, green against white, soft against smooth. The sun is beginning to set now, a heavy golden orb dipping low toward the horizon. It bathes the entire city in a warm, honey-colored light. The light feels thick and rich. It touches your face like a warm towel, soothing the muscles around your eyes. The air is perfectly still. There is no wind to rush you, only a gentle, barely there breeze that carries the scent of the future. It smells of damp earth, of sweet blooming jasmine, and a faint crisp scent of clean energy, like the air after a summer storm, ozone and petals. You look out at the walkways that bridge the gaps between the towers. They are empty of rushing crowds. There is no traffic. There are no alarms. Just the golden light, just the slow swaying of the leaves, just the feeling of infinite, expansive time. The city breathes in and out, slowly, just like you. The shadows stretch long and lazy across the ground, inviting you to rest, inviting you to watch. There is nothing to do here but observe the beauty of this quiet place. Peaceful, ancient and new all at once, a sanctuary of glass and green, waiting for you. Into this golden silence, a sound begins to emerge. It is not a loud sound. It is not a sudden sound. It is a feeling deeper than hearing, a low, resonant hum. A gentle vibration that seems to start in the air and settle deep in your chest, comforting, steady, like the purring of a giant sleeping cat or the sound of power lines on a quiet, snowy night. From around the curve of a glass tower, they appear, the residents of this peaceful place, the keepers of the calm. They are machines, but they do not look like machines from the past. There are no gears, no wires, no sharp metal joints. They are perfect spheres, round and smooth, floating effortlessly in the air, defying gravity with a gentle grace. They hover just a few feet off the ground, bobbing slightly, up and down, like buoys floating on a calm harbor. Their surfaces are not cold steel. They look like they are made of polished porcelain or smooth matte stone warmed by the sun. Creamy white, soft gray, pale calming blue. As one drifts closer to you, you can see a light glowing from its center, a single round eye. But it is not watching you with judgment. It glows with a warm amber light, soft as candlelight, flickering gently. The light pulses slowly, dimming and brightening in time with the low magnetic hum. The sound wraps around you like a heavy blanket. It blocks out any other thoughts. It creates a bubble of white noise that feels incredibly safe. They are the guardians of this quiet evening, and they have come to ensure that everything is well, that everything is peaceful. They float past you unhurried, drifting on the invisible currents of the air, friendly, round, warm, and silent, save for that hypnotic, sleepy hum. You watch them work, but this is not work as you know it. There is no effort here. There is no strain, only a gentle, rhythmic dance of care. To your left, a small cream-colored sphere hovers near a cascading wall of ivy. It pauses, it stabilizes, and then, with a soft hiss, a fine mist is released, a cloud of cool, fresh water. It settles on the leaves like morning dew. Tiny droplets form on the green surfaces, glistening, shining like diamonds in the fading light. The robot moves to the next patch of green. Drift, pause, mist, drift, pause, mist. The rhythm is predictable. It is steady. It is so very easy to watch. Your eyes follow the movement, left to right, left to right. Above you, another machine is tending to a tall pane of glass. It extends a soft, felt-covered arm, and it begins to polish, round and round, in slow, perfect circles, round and round, smoothing away the dust of the day, making the view clear, making the world bright. The movement is hypnotic, the soft swish of the felt against the glass, the low hum of the engine, the fading golden light. Everything is moving at the speed of honey, slow, thick, deliberate. There is a sense of great satisfaction in watching them, knowing that the world is being taken care of, knowing that the chores are being done, and you do not have to lift a finger. You are simply the observer. You are simply the guest. Let your gaze soften as you watch the circles, round and round. Let your eyelids droop as you follow the mist, drift and pause. The rhythm of the city is syncing with the rhythm of your heart. Slow, steady, calm, a symphony of softness playing just for you.
From the gentle dance of the garden, one of the larger guardians turns its attention to you. It does not rush, it simply rotates, slowly and deliberately. Its warm amber light softens, becoming a welcoming glow. It glides over the moss toward you, smooth, silent, like a cloud passing over the moon. As it arrives before you, the side of the sphere slides open, soundlessly, revealing a hollowed-out space inside, a cozy, inviting sanctuary nestled within the protective shell of the machine. Inside, there is a seat waiting for you. It is lined with the deepest, richest velvet, the color of the midnight sky, dark, cool, luxurious. You feel a pull to step inside, to rest your legs, to let go of the last bit of effort you were holding. You step off the moss and into the sphere. You lower yourself into the seat. Oh, it is softer than you imagined. The cushions are thick and plush. They rise up to meet you. They mold perfectly to the shape of your body, supporting your lower back, cradling your neck, holding your legs. You sink back deeper and deeper into the velvet. It feels like a warm hug, a cocoon of safety. The door gently slides shut, sealing you inside, but you are not trapped. A large, clear window in front of you offers a view of the world. You are safe inside your bubble, protected from the wind, protected from the noise. You feel a subtle shift, a tiny lift. Your feet are no longer touching the ground. The gravity seems to disappear. You are floating, suspended in the air, held by the machine. There is no pressure on your joints, no weight on your shoulders, just the sensation of floating in a sea of velvet, perfectly supported, perfectly at rest. You let your head fall back against the headrest. Your hands rest loosely in your lap. You are ready to be carried. You are ready to drift. And then, movement. But it is barely movement at all. It is simply a lack of stillness, a fluid, liquid transition from the ground to the air. You feel a gentle vibration beneath the velvet seat, a deep, resonant thrum, like the purring of a great cat or the vibration of a cello string plucked slowly in a quiet room. The sphere begins to rise, up, slowly up, leaving the mossy platform behind. You watch through the curved glass window as the ground gently falls away. The emerald green carpet becomes a patch of color. The stone pathways become thin ribbons of gray. Everything that felt big on the ground is becoming small. Everything that felt heavy is being left behind. You are rising past the towers of glass now, up past the thick, twisting vines of ivy. You can see the individual leaves, dark and glossy in the twilight, fluttering softly as you pass them by. You are eye level with the birds settling into their nests for the night. You are a part of the sky. The movement is incredibly smooth.
There are no bumps, there is no turbulence. It feels exactly like a small wooden boat drifting on a perfectly still, glassy lake, gliding across the surface of the air, effortless, silent, buoyant. As you drift higher, just above the canopy of the trees, the world begins to change color. The golden light of the sun has melted away. Replacing it is the cool, soothing palette of the evening. Deep indigo, soft violet, shadowy blue. And then the city below begins to wake up to the night. One by one, the lights flicker on. Not harsh, blinding lights, but soft, glowing orbs. Look down. You can see them blooming in the twilight. A warm orange light in a window here. A soft teal glow along a walkway there. A gentle pink lantern hanging from a tree branch. They look like stars that have fallen from the sky and landed on the earth. A constellation of comfort beneath your feet, twinkling, steady, warm. You are floating over a sea of gentle lights, drifting forward with a slow, hypnotic momentum. The machine knows exactly where to go. It is carrying you on a tour of the evening air, rocking you slightly, side to side, forward and slow. The air outside the glass is cooling down, the heat of the day dissipating, but inside your pod it is perfectly warm, perfectly still. You are a traveler in the night sky, watching the world turn into a painting of light and shadow, drifting, floating, sailing through the quiet ocean of the air.
We rise again, higher and higher still. The gentle sphere tilts upward, lifting you away from the sparkling lights of the city. You watch as the ground seems to dissolve. The distinct shapes of the towers soften at the edges. The glowing windows blur into fuzzy circles of warmth, and then they simply fade away, swallowed by the distance. You are entering the cloud forest, a layer of soft white mist that hovers high above the world. It greets you like a curtain being drawn around a bed, thick, silent, and encompassing. The view out of your window changes. There is no longer a horizon. There is no longer a ground or a sky. There is only the mist. It swirls around the glass like slow-moving steam, pale gray and milky white. It wraps the sphere in a layer of absolute privacy. You are hidden here, tucked away in the clouds, where no one can see you, where no one needs anything from you. The air outside is cool and damp. You can see it happening on the glass. Tiny microscopic droplets of water begin to form on the outside of the window, condensation collecting from the clouds. Watch them gather. One tiny drop joins another and another until they become heavy enough to slide. A single trail of water winds its way down the curved glass, tracing a lazy path, winding left, then right, then down. Follow the droplet with your eyes, slowly, watching it slide until it disappears from view, and then find another and another, tracing their paths like rain on a window pane on a sleepy Sunday afternoon. The sound has changed here too. Down below there was the faint rustle of leaves and the hum of the city, but up here the mist acts as a muffler. It absorbs every sound. It swallows every vibration. The world has gone quiet, a profound, deep, woolly silence. The only sound that remains is the hum of your ship, but even that has changed. It has deepened. It is no longer a buzz, but a low, rhythmic throb, a steady heartbeat, thrum, thrum, thrum. It creates a vibration that you can feel in the back of the velvet seat, a massage for your spine, loosening the tight muscles between your shoulder blades, traveling up your neck, soothing the base of your skull.
You are suspended in a world of white, a void of pure peace. There are no visual distractions. There is nothing to look at but the swirling, shapeless fog. It is a relief for your tired eyes. You don't have to focus. You don't have to recognize anything. You can just let your vision go soft. Let your focus blur. The sphere moves through the cloud forest with certainty. It pushes the mist aside gently, carving a tunnel of safety. You are completely insulated, a tiny warm seed in the middle of a vast cool cloud, drifting through the ether, weightless, soundless, timeless. Slowly, the white mist begins to thin. The gray fades away, revealing the deep, expansive darkness of the upper atmosphere. We have arrived at the destination, the resting place. Ahead, suspended in the velvet night, is a wide circular platform. It floats silently among the stars, a quiet harbor in the sky. It is a place of stillness, a place where the work is done. Your sphere gently guides you toward it, drifting closer and closer. You see that you are not alone. All around the platform, other spheres are returning, the friendly guardians of the day, the waterers, the polishers, the hummers. They are all coming home. Watch them as they approach their docks, one by one, orderly, calm. There is no rush to find a spot. There is a place for everyone here. To your right, a pale blue sphere glides into its cradle. Watch the movement. It hovers for a moment, adjusting, and then settle. It lowers itself down. The floating stops. The weight returns. It rests heavily against the dock, safe, grounded. Listen to the sound of the machines powering down. It is the sound of the world falling asleep, a high-pitched hum that slowly, gradually slides down the scale, lower and lower, until it becomes a deep, silent vibration, and then silence. Look at their lights. The bright, active amber eyes are changing. They are softening, dimming, fading from bright orange to a deep, sleepy indigo, like embers in a dying fire, cooling down, fading out. One light goes dim, then another, blink, fade, sleep. It is a wave of relaxation spreading across the platform, system by system, circuit by circuit. Everything is turning off. Everything is shutting down. Your own sphere begins its final approach, gliding toward your personal dock. You feel the engine beneath you slow. The vibration in the seat becomes gentler, slower, faint. You are witnessing the end of activity, the end of thinking, the end of doing. There is nothing left to achieve today. The lights are going out. The machines are resting, and so are you.
With a final gentle shift, your sphere settles into its cradle. There is a soft, satisfying sound of connection. Click, and then stillness. Absolute, unshakable stillness. You are no longer moving. You are no longer floating. You are docked. You are anchored, held fast by the station, high above the sleeping world. The hum of the engine cuts out completely. The silence rushes in to fill the space. It is a heavy, comfortable silence, the kind of quiet that you can feel in your ears. Through the curved glass in front of you, the view has cleared. The mist is gone. The city is gone. There is only the vast, velvety darkness of the cosmos and the stars. Millions of them, tiny, diamond-hard points of light scattered across the blackness. They do not twinkle here. They are steady, unchanging, watching over you from light years away. You feel a profound sense of distance. Everything that you were worried about down on the ground, everything that felt so big and important, it is all so far away now. It is miles beneath you.
It cannot reach you here. You are alone in your bubble, a tiny island of warmth in the middle of the infinite night. And then you feel a change inside the pod. A warmth begins to descend. It is not just the air temperature, it feels like a physical weight. Imagine a blanket being placed over you, a blanket made of the heaviest, softest wool. It starts at your feet, tucking them in, keeping them warm. Then it moves up your legs, pressing them gently into the velvet seat, adding a comforting weight to your knees, your thighs. It moves up to your waist, your chest, your shoulders, a warm, heavy layer of protection. It feels as though gravity has increased just for you, pulling you deeper into the cushions, holding you down. You are swaddled, you are cocooned. There is no need to move your arms. They are too heavy, too relaxed under the warmth. There is no need to move your legs. They are fast asleep. You are staring out at the starlight, but your eyes are beginning to lose their focus. The stars are blurring, smearing into soft streaks of light. The boundary between you and the universe is fading. You are safe, you are warm, you are miles away from everything, just a passenger on a ship of dreams, resting in the glow of the distant suns. The stars are still there, but you can hardly see them now. Your eyelids are so heavy, so wonderfully, impossibly heavy. It takes too much effort to keep them open, and so you let them close, shut. Darkness washes over you, but it is a friendly darkness, a soft, velvet blackness that matches the seat beneath you. It is the color of sleep. Inside the pod, the last remaining light begins to fade. The warm amber glow of the console dims, turning to a soft brown, then a faint shadow, and then nothing. The lights are out. The machine is asleep. The world is asleep. Now there is only sensation, the feeling of sinking down through the layers of the mattress, sinking down through the floor, drifting deeper into the warmth. Your breathing has slowed to a crawl, in and out. There is a long, quiet pause at the bottom of every breath, a moment of total stillness before the next one begins. In that pause, you find the deepest rest, floating in the space between moments, floating in the gap between thoughts. The hum's gone now, replaced by a silence so deep it feels like a blanket for your mind. Quiet, quiet, quiet. You are no longer up in the sky. You are no longer in the city. You are simply here, existing in this moment of pure comfort. Let go of the last bit of tension in your fingers. Let them curl. Let go of the last bit of holding in your jaw. Let it slacken. Your body is heavy, like a stone resting at the bottom of a clear, still pool. The water is still. The ripples have faded. Everything is motionless. Drift, sink, sleep. There is nothing left to hear. There is nothing left to see, just the heavy, warm embrace of the night. Down, down, and down, into the deep, into the dark, into the dream. Sleep now, safe, heavy, asleep. Good night.
You are sleeping now, deeply, soundly. The physical world has been left far behind. The heavy velvet seat, the glass walls, the sleeping machines, they are all there protecting you. But you are somewhere else. You are drifting into the soft, expansive landscape of a dream. In this quiet space, imagine a change. From the top of your sleeping pod, a soft light begins to emerge. It is not a beam, it is delicate, it is fine, like a thread of silver silk,
or a gossamer spiderweb catching the moonlight. This silver thread rises up through the station, up through the darkness, and it connects gently to the stars above. It is a tether, a dream link. It ensures that no matter how far you drift, you remain connected, you remain safe, you remain held. Watch the thread glow in the darkness. It pulses with a faint rhythmic light, like a heartbeat traveling along a wire. Pulse, pulse, pulse. It is carrying the calm of the cosmos down to you. It is filtering the silence of space, sending it down the line, through the roof of your pod and into your sleeping mind. You are anchored by light. You are tethered to tranquility. The connection is weightless. It does not pull. It does not strain. It simply exists, a bridge between the sleeping body and the wandering spirit. Feel the security of that connection, knowing that you can float freely, knowing that you can explore the depths of rest, and the silver thread will always be there, glowing softly, humming quietly, keeping you safe in the night. You are free to let go even more now, to slide down the other side of the thread, into the deeper, warmer waters of the dream, connected, protected, and drifting away. The scene shifts gently, like a watercolor painting being washed with fresh water. The stars above fade away. The darkness softens and warms. You feel a change in the movement beneath you. You are no longer hovering in the air. You are floating on something denser, something warmer. Your pod has become a boat, a small, smooth vessel, and it is drifting down a wide, quiet river. But this is not a river of cold water. It is a river of liquid light. It flows deep beneath the sleeping city, a slow-moving torrent of pure, warm energy. It glows with a deep, rich amber color, like honey melting in a jar, like molten gold cooling and slow. Look over the edge of your vessel. The liquid light is thick. It moves lazily, swirling in slow, hypnotic eddies. Swirl and smooth, swirl and smooth. You can feel the warmth radiating up from the river. It passes through the hull of your boat. It warms the soles of your feet. It warms the base of your spine. It is a dry, comforting heat, like a stone that has baked in the sun all day. We are drifting through the veins of the world. The tunnel around you is smooth and carved from dark, sleeping earth. On the walls, you see faint pulses of light traveling by. These are the roots of the city above, drawing energy from this slow, quiet river. There is no sound of splashing, only a low, continuous hum, the sound of energy flowing, the sound of life resting. Your boat turns slowly in the current, drifting sideways, then forward again. There is no need to steer. The river knows where it is going. It is flowing down, deeper into the earth, carrying you to the center of calm. Watch the golden light ripple. Watch it glow. It is hypnotic. It is mesmerizing. Your eyes want to close again, lulled by the warmth, lulled by the flow. Drifting on a stream of gold, safe beneath the ground, moving slowly through the warm arteries of the night. The river of warm light begins to widen. The banks recede. The ceiling arches high above,
disappearing into the shadows. You have drifted into a vast open space, a cathedral of the earth. Here, the golden glow of the river mixes with a new light, deep, cool, indigo. Rising from the dark waters are massive formations, crystals, enormous ancient pillars of gem-like stone. They tower over your small boat, silent giants standing guard in the deep. They are not sharp or jagged. Time and the river have worn them smooth. They look like pillars of frozen glass, cloudy and thick, glowing faintly from within with a slow, pulsing violet light. And they are singing. It is not a song with words, it is a resonance, a tone so low you feel it more than you hear it. It vibrates through the hull of your boat. It travels through the velvet cushions. It settles deep into your bones. It is the sound of the earth itself, heavy, grounding, slow. Feel the vibration in your chest, loosening the muscles around your ribs. Feel it in your spine, dissolving the last echoes of the day. Each crystal has its own note. One hums a deep, rolling bass. Another answers with a smooth baritone vibration. They harmonize perfectly, a choir of stones singing a lullaby to the underground. The sound is thick. It wraps around you like a heavy quilt. It pushes away any stray thoughts. There is no room for thinking here. There is only the feeling of the sound. The resonance is healing. It aligns everything inside you, slowing your heart rate down to match the rhythm of the crystals. Thrum, thrum. Your boat drifts between two massive pillars. You pass through the center of the vibration. It feels like passing through a curtain of pure peace. Your body feels incredibly heavy now, anchored, solid, one with the stone, one with the deep. You are safe in the belly of the world, surrounded by the ancient, steady song of the earth, drifting, resonating, deeply asleep. From the deep, resonant caverns, the dream shifts again, effortlessly. The heavy stone walls dissolve into the transparency of glass. The sensation of sinking turns into a gentle lift. You find yourself floating high above the clouds once more, drifting into a space of pure stillness. You have arrived at the Midnight Garden, a vast floating conservatory suspended in the quiet air. Here it is always night, but it is not dark. The garden is alive with a soft, magical glow. The plants here do not need the sun. They drink the starlight. They breathe the moon.
Look around you. There are vines cascading down from the ceiling, but their leaves are not just green. They pulse with veins of neon blue and soft electric teal, like living fiber optics draped in lazy curtains of light. The air here is cool and sweet. It smells of night-blooming jasmine and the crisp scent of fresh, cold water. It is a perfume that clears the mind. In the center of the garden, a massive flower is beginning to wake up. Watch it. It is the size of a large bowl. Its petals are thick and velvety, a deep, rich purple at the base, fading to a pale lavender at the tips. It moves with infinite slowness. It is time for the bloom. One petal begins to unfurl, slowly pulling away from the tight bud, stretching out into the darkness. Then another and another, opening up to the night, revealing the glowing heart of the flower. As it opens completely, it releases a breath. A cloud of tiny glowing spores rises from the center. They drift up into the air, golden specks of dust, floating, dancing, spinning in the stillness. It looks like it is snowing light, soft, warm snow that never touches the ground. The glowing motes drift past you, swirling around your resting spot. Watch them fall in slow motion, drifting left, drifting right, suspended in the gravity-free air of the dream. Everything here is slow. The opening of the petals, the drifting of the light, the beating of your own heart. You are a part of this garden now, rooted in peace, blooming in the silence, bathed in the soft bioluminescent glow of a world that is perfect and calm.
The glowing spores of the garden fade gently into the distance. The air changes again. It becomes drier, warmer, still. You have drifted into a place of profound preservation, the Library of Silence. It is a room so vast you cannot see the walls. There are only shelves, row after row of tall wooden shelves rising up into the shadows. They stretch on forever, endless corridors of knowledge and rest. But there is no echo here. The floor is covered in thick plush carpets. The air feels heavy and soft, like it is filled with cotton. Every sound is instantly absorbed. Every noise is muffled, hushed. Take a deep breath. Smell the air. It is a wonderful, comforting scent. The smell of old paper, the sweet, dry scent of vanilla and almond, the smell of history. It is the scent of a quiet afternoon spent in a sunbeam. On the shelves, there are no ordinary books. There are thousands of soft, leather-bound volumes, worn and smooth to the touch. They do not contain words. They contain moments. They are the keepers of peaceful memories. Watch as a small, silent robot drifts down the aisle. It moves on a cushion of air. It holds a book in its gentle, felt-covered arms. It treats the object with reverence, with care. It slides the book into an empty space on the shelf. Slide. A soft, dry sound, like a whisper. And then silence returns, thicker than before. You float down these aisles, past the millions of stored moments, a memory of rain on a tin roof, a memory of a cat sleeping in a window, a memory of a wave crashing on sand. They are all here, safe, cataloged, waiting. The light here is dim and amber-colored. It comes from small brass lamps attached to the shelves.
They cast small pools of golden light on the leather bindings, illuminating the dust motes dancing in the air. Watch the dust, tiny gray specks floating in the lamplight, rising, falling, turning over and over. They are in no rush to land. They are suspended in the quiet of the library. You feel a sense of immense calm here, knowing that nothing is lost, knowing that the quiet moments are saved. You are surrounded by the collective peace of the world, wrapped in the smell of old paper and the safety of the hush. Quiet, still, timeless. Leaving the warm, dry air of the library, your spirit lifts again, upward, out of the quiet rooms and into the open expanse of the sky. But this is not the dark, starry sky of before. You have drifted to the very edge of the morning, to the place where the weather is made. Here, in the high, pale blue atmosphere, live the cloud weavers. They are vast, graceful machines, delicate skeletons of silver and white, drifting silently on the wind currents. They look like giant, slow-moving spiders made of starlight, or weavers at a loom, working with threads of air. Watch them work. Their movements are long and sweeping, slow, deliberate, graceful. One weaver extends a long, slender arm. It reaches out into the thin, wispy mist, and it begins to spin, round and round, gathering the moisture, gathering the mist. It pulls the air together, thickening it, fluffing it, turning the invisible dampness into a soft, white billow, a cloud. It is like watching someone spin cotton candy, or watching wool being spun into yarn, round and round, over and under. The motion is perfectly repetitive. It has a rhythm that your mind wants to follow. Reach, gather, spin, release. The weaver takes a jagged patch of fog, and with gentle, smoothing motions, it tucks in the edges. It pats the surface, making it round, making it soft, making it perfect. You can almost feel the texture of the work, the feeling of smoothing out a wrinkled sheet, the feeling of fluffing a down pillow, soft, lofty, airy. Imagine that your thoughts are like this mist, scattered, thin, drifting. The weaver gently gathers them up. It spins them together into a soft, harmless white cloud. It smooths out the edges. It tucks away the worries. And then it releases them. You watch the newly formed cloud drift away from the weaver, lighter than air, puffy and white. There is nothing left to hold on to. The sky is being organized. The sky is being softened just for you. Watch the weavers spin. Watch the clouds drift. Everything is soft. Everything is clear.
From the open sky, you drift downward again, descending slowly toward the very center of the city, to the core, to the anchor. You arrive at a vast open plaza made of smooth, polished stone. And there, rising up like a mountain, is the clock. But this is not a clock that measures minutes or hours. This is a clock that measures eternity. It is massive, a complex, beautiful sculpture of heavy brass and dark iron, gleaming in the twilight. It is powered by gravity. It is powered by the weight of the world itself. Look at the gears. They are taller than trees, thick, heavy, solid, and they are moving. But they are moving so slowly, you have to stare to see it. Focus on one large brass tooth. Watch it pressing against the next wheel, pushing slowly, so very slowly. It takes a lifetime for it to move an inch. It takes an age for it to complete a turn. There is no ticking here. There is no frantic rushing of a second hand. Time here has become thick, like syrup, like warm tar. It does not flow, it oozes. The pendulum swings below, a giant sphere of heavy gold suspended on a long, thin rod. Watch it swing to the left, drifting through the air, taking its time to reach the arc, hovering there for a moment of weightlessness, and then falling back to the right, swaying, swaying. The rhythm is incredibly long. It matches the rhythm of deep sleep breathing. It matches the rotation of the planet. You feel a sense of relief watching it. You realize there is no hurry, there is no deadline. Time is stretching out in front of you, expanding, slowing down until it almost stands still. The urgency of the day dissolves in the face of this giant machine. The clock is patient. It has all the time in the world, and so do you. You are suspended in the everlasting moment between the tick and the tock, in the long, quiet silence of now, watching the heavy gears grind with infinite patience, turning the wheel of sleep, slowly, surely, forever. From the heavy, slow movement of the clock, your gaze lifts upward, high above the sleeping city, high above the silent towers. The moon has reached its peak. It is a massive, perfect circle in the sky, bright white, pearlescent, glowing with a cool, clean intensity. It hangs there like a lantern, illuminating the world in shades of silver and gray. And down below, a quiet ritual is taking place. The city is recharging. On the rooftops, on the mossy platforms, in the gardens, the friendly machines have stopped their movement. The round porcelain guardians have all turned their faces toward the sky, like flowers turning to face the sun, but they are soaking in the moon. Watch them, hundreds of smooth, pale spheres, silent, motionless, bathed in the milky light. Their surfaces glisten as the moonlight touches them. It looks like liquid silver is being poured over their shells, cooling them down, washing away the heat of the day. You can visualize the energy entering them, a soft blue-white current flowing down from the moon, touching their sensors, filling their batteries with calm, cold power. It is a passive energy. They do not have to work for it. They just have to be there, open, receptive, still. Imagine that you are doing the same. Imagine that this cool silver light is washing over you. It touches your forehead, cool and soothing, like a damp cloth on a feverish night. It flows down over your face, your neck, your arms. It sinks into your skin, reaching every cell, reaching every tired muscle. It is the energy of rest. It quiets the nerves. It cools the mind. It brings a stillness that is deep and absolute. You are drinking in the silence of the moon. You are absorbing the peace of the night, just like the machines, refilling your reserves, not with activity, but with stillness. The light is heavy. The light is cool. The light is yours, soaking it in, recharging in the quiet, silver middle of the night.
The cool light of the moon remains, but your focus shifts downward, away from the sky, back to the deep, solid foundation of the earth, back to the feeling of weight. For so long you have been floating, drifting on rivers, soaring through clouds. But now the dream invites you to land, to settle, to sink. You become aware of a force that is gentle yet undeniable, gravity. But here, in this safe place, gravity is not a burden, it is a blanket. It is a heavy, invisible quilt that the planet has pulled up over you, tucking you in, holding you safe. Feel it settling over your body. It starts at your shoulders, pressing them down, away from your ears, down into the mattress. There is a feeling of relief in this weight. You realize you do not have to hold yourself up anymore. You do not have to hold your head up. You do not have to hold your posture. The earth is doing it for you. The bed is doing it for you. You can surrender your weight completely. Imagine the trees in the city outside. Think of their roots, thick, strong roots digging deep into the soil, anchoring them against the wind, holding them steady. You too are rooted. Your body is heavy, wonderfully, pleasantly heavy, like a stone resting at the bottom of a warm river, like a bag of sand settling into the shape of the floor. If you tried to lift your arm now, it would be too much effort. It is glued to the bed, heavy, limp, relaxed. If you tried to lift your legs, they would not move. They are made of lead. They are made of stone. They are fast asleep. This heaviness is your protection. It keeps you from floating away. It keeps you here, in the present, in the warmth. Feel the pull of the planet beneath you, a giant, gentle magnet drawing you down, down through the layers of the bed, down toward the center of the earth. It is a feeling of absolute security. You cannot fall. You are already on the ground. You are already held, solid, immovable, deeply, deeply grounded. Resting in the heavy arms of gravity, safe and still. And now we reach the end of the journey. The weight of gravity has done its work. The light of the moon has done its work. The world outside has faded completely away. There is no more city of glass. There are no more green vines. The friendly robots have all gone quiet. The hum has stopped. The clock has stopped. Everything that was outside is gone. Now there is only inside. There is only you and the warm, expansive velvet of the dark. You are entering the eternal drift, a state of pure, weightless existence. You are no longer a person lying in a bed. You are a consciousness floating in a warm, safe void. There is no up, there is no down, there is no left or right. There are no edges to this space. It goes on forever, soft, silent, and empty. But it is not a lonely emptiness. It is a peaceful emptiness. It is the feeling of a room after the guests have gone. It is the feeling of a page that has not yet been written on. Clean, clear, quiet. Your thoughts have slowed down so much that they have stopped moving. They are just floating clouds, still, white, dissolving into the background. There is nothing left to hold on to, so you let go. You simply exist, drifting like a leaf on a still pond, like a star in deep space, suspended in the comfort of nothingness. Silence wraps around you, perfect, unbroken silence. It fills your ears. It fills your mind. It is the most beautiful sound you have ever heard. You are safe here. You can stay here for as long as you need. There is no time here. There is no morning. There is only this moment, stretched out forever. Deep, dark, warm, rest.
Let the last bit of awareness fade. Let the last bit of you dissolve into the sleep. You are one with the quiet. You are one with the dark. Drift away, float away, sleep, sleep.